Auburn Blitz is now on the air. Your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Wednesday afternoon. Welcome into this, the latest edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside Jeremy Jeffcoat. We'll be with you for the next hour. As always, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. A lot to talk about today. Of course, still looking forward to the Final Four.
Yeah, it's really kind of the story, right? I mean, I know there's other stuff going on, but This is the one everybody's talking about and focused on. And
it doesn't happen that often.
No, it does not. You know, it's the second time now. So
this is a big deal.
I mean, it's here's the interesting thing, and I know that opinions vary on this, right? The whole thing about, well, there's no Cinderella in it. Does that make it boring? I don't think so. And I don't think the rest of the country thinks so because the TV ratings have been higher than they've been in a long time. While I understand that, it's always a great story when there's a Cinderella, people want to see the big boys play. Yeah. People like to see the big boys play.
Well, people like to see high quality anything.
Yeah. You want to see the best teams play each other. Yeah. And when you get all four number ones, I mean, look, you can't argue with the committee at this point, can you?
No, I think these are. Luke and I talked about this last night, and I think everybody's pretty much resigned to the fact and agrees that these are the four best teams. They've been the four best teams pretty much all year. Yeah. And these are the four best teams in the
And I think you can even high-five the committee a little bit on the two seeds, right? I mean, Alabama and Michigan State and Tennessee, I mean, they sort of prove their seeding too. So, obviously – it's the old Denny Green thing. They are who we thought they were.
That's right, yeah. Crown them. Yeah. And somebody will get crowned this coming weekend. So looking forward to that. Some hardware being passed out, and rightly, deservedly so, to Bruce Pearl and Janai Broom. We'll talk about that in a little bit. We'll break down, get JJ's thoughts the first time, and the only time we'll be on together this week to talk about the Final Four this weekend, Auburn and Florida, and Houston and Duke. We'll crank up the old Braves segment that we do each and every year on Wednesday. Not a lot to talk about.
Look, there's a lot. There's 150 when you start your season with 7 games on the West Coast against the Padres and the Dodgers.
It's tough.
It's like, because somebody was asking me last night, like, are you panicked about the Braves? I'm like, there's 156 games to go.
Yeah.
Let's give it a little time.
I'm trying to counsel people to say
Yeah, let's not start burning our Braves hats just yet.
But we'll save that. But Auburn the baseball continues to struggle a little bit on a 4-game losing streak. Need to really get off the schneid here as Alabama comes calling this weekend. Alabama having a very good year this year to start the beginning of the college baseball season, or at least the conference season. We're about I think 2 or 3 series into it. And then no midweek game for Auburn softball this week. They'll take on Kentucky on the road this weekend. Again, they're 0-12 in the league. Still looking for that first win, and it'll come sooner or later, but certainly better sooner than later. We'll talk about these things much more as always. Love to get your thoughts. 256-234-6221. Give us a call. Let us know what's on your mind. We appreciate all of our sponsors out here. We'll talk about those as we move forward throughout the show today. But again, Bruce Pearl, the National Association of Basketball Coaches, the NABC, awards Bruce Pearl the Coach of the Year, and Janai Broome the Big Man of the Year award. Let's see, that Cooper Flagg was named the Player of the Year and the Freshman of the Year. Creighton's Ryan Kalkbrenner was named Defensive Player of the Year. So congratulations to Janai Broome and Bruce Pearl. You know, when it comes down to it, Player of the Year, the National Player of the Year, do you think it'll be Flagg? Do you think it'll be Broome?
I think it'll be Flagg.
Okay.
I think had the voting been done a month ago, I think it probably would have been Broome. I think what Flagg's done in the tournament and the way he's scoring the basketball right now probably is going to win him the award.
Okay.
And look, I got no argument against it. I can make arguments for Janai Broome,
yeah,
but I can't make an argument against Cooper Flagg.
Oh no, and I keep asking, you know, what is the award? Is it an MVP? Is it the most? Is it the best player? Is it the best? Is it? If you look at it and say, okay, who's going to have the best? Who is the best overall basketball player? Cooper Flagg. I think
you got to look at it a little bit like you do the Heisman, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to pick a player from a team that's not successful. You could probably find the word valuable can mean a lot of things. You could probably find 8 or 10 guys around the country on different teams that are as valuable to their team as those two players are. But these two teams have been right there at the top all year. In terms of well-rounded, Cooper Flagg's as complete a basketball player as I've seen in a long time. There's not really a weakness to his game.
Oh, yeah.
And but Janai Broome is obviously the best big man in the country this year. I think he has been for 2 years. And he's as valuable to Auburn as anybody on any team anywhere. So.
No question. So we'll see what happens with that moving forward. But Bruce Pearl and John Chaney, the only two guys to be named the NABC Division Coach of the Year in Division II and Division I. Bruce Pearl did it, of course, when he won the national title there at Southern Indiana, and now again. And then I didn't realize John Chaney was coached in a lower division before he was at Temple.
Where was he?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, but he was. Let's say I'm not sure where he was, but John Chaney won the award twice as well. Four-time SEC Coach of the Year, Coach of the Year is one of 8 league coaches, Bruce Pearl being one of 8 in the SEC, to take a school to 2 or more NCAA Final Fours. Rupp did it 6 times. Billy Donovan did it 4 times. Calipari has done it 4 times. Joe B. Hall 3, Rick Pitino 3, Nolan Richardson 2, and Dale Brown 2. That's it. That's the list. Now Bruce Pearl.
I say this every year when people are like, well, it's Final Four or bust this year. It's hard as hell to make a Final Four.
It is really hard.
It's really hard. Adolph Rupp did it 6 times.
Adolph Rupp. My goodness. Only did it 6. That's saying something for sure. Okay, so enough with that. We'll start this conversation. We'll move it over to the next segment, the Final Four. Mm-hmm. JJ, we are down to it. Let's start with Houston and Duke, and then I'll get your thoughts on the Auburn-Florida matchup. But Houston and Duke, these two, I mean, Duke's an early 4.5-point favorite, but Houston playing very well.
They are playing.
Haven't lost a basketball game in a while.
And look, Kelvin Sampson's kind of built this team a little bit of the old school way. They've been together a while. They're not, it's not a bunch of guys that he brought in this year from outs. And they're playing with it. They're playing with chemistry, and they're playing really good defense. And they're but at the same time, I can't get out of my head that Duke has 3 of the top 12 projected draft picks in this year's NBA draft. When you're rocking 3 of the top 12, you could argue basketball players in all of college basketball.
Yeah.
That's hard to,
it's hard to
tough
overcome.
to deal with, man.
Yeah.
And so for Duke, it's about playing like Duke, right? Houston has to overshoot their mark to win the game. I don't think Duke does.
Okay. Houston, though, they can lock you down to the point to where their defense is so good that it equalizes a lot of times. So who's going to make the fight? If it comes down to the last 2 minutes of the game, it's a coin flip.
Yeah, absolutely. Sure. But I don't know that it will. I just
think Duke's
I don't know that Houston at the end of the day is. I think Houston's going to be a little bit similar situation to Alabama. That size that Duke has, man, it's hard to contend with.
It's true. All right, we got to take a break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
Adams Motorsports of Montgomery knows it's the best time to ride. Right now, get the best deals on all of our Suzuki and Kawasaki street bikes, side-by-sides, four-wheelers, and dirt bikes. Adams Motorsports has it all, and our inventory is vast. Get out there, ride the streets and trails, and let Adams Motorsports make your pleasure our business. With family customer service and service after the sale. It's time to ride, so come see us on Eastern Boulevard in Montgomery or online at adamsmotorsports.com.
Get ready to smile because it's Truck Month at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Take your pick of over 40 brand new Chevrolet Silverados, discounted up to $14,000 off while they last. New Chevy Equinox, the compact SUV featuring high-tech options, discounted up to $5,000 off. Enjoy no payments until summertime. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. We are brought to you each and every day by Sensagreen Heating, Cooling, and Insulation for air that's cool and clean. Call Sensagreen, 334-487-3555. Russell Dewitt Center, they got 9 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Dewitt Center today. And J.A. Smith Construction and Excavation. No job is too big. No job's too small, commercial or residential. For all your needs, 334-531-0199. John Chaney, 1978, won the Division II National Championship and Coach of the Year at Chaney State College.
Not named after him.
Not named. There's a Y in there.
Okay, I got you.
Chaney.
Gotcha.
Chaney State College. He was 232 and 56 there.
John Chaney was a pretty great coach.
Pretty good. So there you go. There, Chaney is in Pennsylvania. So there you go, John Chaney. I remember very.
So pretty easy to slip over to Philadelphia and go to Temple, right?
Yeah. They late in his career, they actually came to Beard Eves and played Auburn. This had to be early 2000s, I would think, and I think Auburn won by about 40, and it was like, yes, it's time to go.
Yeah,
it's time to retire. But what will John Chaney be most famous for? Threatening to kill John Calipari.
Yeah.
Threatening to kill John Calipari in a press conference.
Who among us?
I kill you, man.
Who among us has not threatened to kill John Calipari?
I guess so. But still, that was too good. Okay. All right, we're talking about the Final Four and the Alamo Dome.
Your thoughts on the Houston-Duke matchup? Because I told you what I think. I just don't think Houston. I think the raw talent at Duke is, and the way they're playing right now, as long as they play their game, I don't see Houston winning. I
think that's probably fair. I mean, Duke may just be they're playing. They're so well rounded. I guess they don't have. Everybody keeps saying that, and they don't really have a weakness, and I think that's probably true. But I don't know. There's something about the way Houston is playing right now that I think they're so good defensively that if they start making shots like they did against Tennessee, then they could. When it comes down to, the last few minutes of the game, I mean, it's anybody's game, and I wouldn't.
I am taking nothing away from Houston's performance against Tennessee.
Yeah.
But was a 15-point first half the most Rick Barnes thing ever?
They do.
I mean, the least points scored in the first half of an NCAA tournament game ever.
Yeah.
It's like Rick Barnes had a team. Like, I can hear Rick Barnes in the huddle right before they take the court. He's like, okay, guys, we're getting back to Tennessee basketball today. No scoring. I don't want you to score. Just play some defense.
They do go through some odd spells.
But it's been the Rick Barnes. And, the guy made a Final Four. And with all due respect, he had Kevin Durant on that team.
Yeah.
I thought last year he had a really good chance with Dalton Connect. But if you're going to make a Final Four with Rick Barnes, you've got to have one guy, at least one, who can score anytime they want to.
Yeah.
And
they don't come along very often.
They don't. No.
Yeah, so I'm with you. I probably like Duke ultimately, but I think it's going to be a really good game for sure. All right, let's switch over to the early game. Auburn and Florida. We've already seen this one time. Florida came to They came to Neville Arena and handled Auburn pretty well. The score was – the game was not really as close as the 81 to the 90 to 81 score indicates. Florida, they got out and they had about almost a 20-point lead in that game at one point, I think. So can Auburn, turn the tables on them? Can they? Can you do anything with this? Is it destined to be a Duke-Florida because those right now are two teams playing the well?
Well, what Auburn's got to do differently, two things they got to do differently. Number one, they got to jack it up a little bit on defense, and better than they did the first time, obviously. Yep. And then they got to hit more shots. And then probably, I'm sure Bruce Pearl would probably tell you they got to share the ball a little better. Florida had 22. Here's from the last matchup. Because Auburn shot 43% from the field. Okay, it's not great, but it's all right.
Yeah.
Florida shot 48% from the field. Auburn shot 32% from three. Again, that's not bad, but Florida shot 39% from three. Auburn shot 61% from the free throw line. You got to do better than that. Florida shot 83% from the free throw line. So if you're not
6 more threes,
if you're not going to, if you can jack up the defense a little bit, bring down their number just a hair, and bring your number up a hair, then I think you're in the game, right?
6 more threes made by the Florida than Auburn. That I mean, you talk about
11
18.
more attempted.
That's just
that
you can't overcome that. I mean, the rebounds were a wash, so everything.
Turnovers were pretty close. Bench points were identical. The second chance points weren't. Auburn had a little bit of an edge in there. So, but everything was pretty close. But the shooting percentages.
Yep.
That really, and that to me, you got to jack up the defense, and then you got to hit a few more shots. You do that, you'll be all right.
Auburn's getting their edge back defensively. The effort against was really, really good. So I think if that continues to get better and better, it could be a really good game on Saturday. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after this.
For air that's cool and clean, call Senza Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Senza Green.
Turn to the experts at Senza Green and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit sensagreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Senza Green.
This is Kathy Holmes with Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine. Jeff Verner and I opened in East Montgomery 25 years ago and have become the premier butcher shop, wine retailer, and caterer in the River region. We are excited to invite you to our newest location at 2459 East Glen Avenue in Auburn, Opelika. We want to become your one-stop shop for the freshest cuts of meat in town, grab-and-go casseroles, gift items, and the best wine selection in the area. Think of us when catering your next event. Check us out online at steaksandwine.com for daily lunch specials and details on upcoming wine tastings and fun events.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout Central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
There's only one option for top-of-the-line aftermarket upgrades on your vehicle, and that's Frontline Outfitters. We offer quality parts, lift kits, custom wheels and tires, bed covers, step bars, and toolboxes that are installed by trained and skilled professionals, to custom powder coating with hundreds of colors and finishes, to the highest quality film for window tinting using state-of-the-art film cutting technology. Call Frontline Outfitters at 256-409-8100. Don't be in the back of the line. Put your vehicle at the front with Frontline Outfitters.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Looking for the perfect spot to unwind? Welcome to Bunkers. Our friendly staff and vibrant atmosphere make Bunkers the ultimate hangout space for all ages. With 6 state-of-the-art golf simulator stations, you can play around with friends no matter the weather. Enjoy mouth-watering food and a wide variety of handcrafted mixed drinks. With our attached parking deck, access is always hassle-free. Make your next night out unforgettable at Bunkers.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
Chick-fil-A is always the best option when you're on the go, but they are also great when it comes to planning your next event, from tailgating to birthday parties to weddings. Call Chick-fil-A Alexander City at 256-289-7955 for catering, or order on the Chick-fil-A app. Make sure to choose the Alexander City location and have your catering order ready to go. Nugget trays, mac and cheese trays, fruit trays, cookie trays, gallons of our famous lemonade or tea, and chilled grilled chicken sub sandwiches, and a lot more options. Make it Chick-fil-A Alexander City for your next event.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ here with you. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. Go and check out Pepper Tree Steaks and Wine someday this week. You will be definitely glad that you did. They got one location in Montgomery, one in Auburn. Tremendous place to have lunch or dinner. Great food, great people, great service. Go and check out their website, steaksnwine.com. That's just the letter N, steaksnwine.com. They got probably the best selection of wine in the Auburn area. Got daily lunch specials. Go and check those out. Got a wide variety of steaks and ribs and all different other kinds of meats, and just tremendous, tremendous food. Go and check them out one day this week. Definitely, you'll be glad that you did. Okay, Jay, we were talking about the Auburn and Florida matchup. Definitely think, the defense will be the difference. Auburn is starting to get better, starting to get back to their early season form that we saw through most of the regular season, which had them ranked number 1 in the country. They had kind of slipped back. People thought, well, maybe they peaked too soon. And that's a thing that happens with teams. But they have been able to find that. They were one of the best teams, if not the best team, for most of the regular season. If they can find their way back to that, sometimes you run into bad matchups. Maybe this is that, or maybe it was just one of those kind of games that happened, at Auburn. We'll find out. But Florida's really, really good, and you got to find an answer for Clayton.
Yeah, well, that's what I was going to say. I don't, Janiah Broom's going to do what he does. I think the challenge for Auburn is going to be guard play, because right now, at least for the last month or so, Walter Clayton's the best guard in college basketball, and that guy's playing out of his mind.
Yeah.
And if the Auburn guards can't, I ain't saying you got to match it, but you got to be in range of it.
Yeah.
Then he's going to tear you up. So the Auburn guards have a big challenge in this game. Is the bigs I'm not that worried about. We know what Cardwell and Broom can do. The guards are going to have to really rise up in this one.
Auburn's guards have not shot. They didn't shoot the ball well in Atlanta, really in either game. So that's what I told Randy and I talked about this. If Auburn can get in between, Miles Kelly, Chad Baker-Mazzara, Denver Jones, and Pettiford, if you can just get 2 of the 4 to shoot well from behind the arc, you'll be in the game. But if this continues where nobody's really you're making a few here and there, and that's not going to be good enough against Florida. You're going to have 2 guys, and it probably needs to be Miles Kelly. If you can get him hot, he can go and he can hit 4 or 5 in a row.
That's where the ball movement becomes so important. And I think one thing you've seen less of lately out of Auburn is where Broom or Cardwell, somebody has the ball inside, and all of a sudden you see that kick out and then back around with the extra pass.
Yeah.
You find yourself open for a 3, and good shooters are going to make that. You've seen kind of less of that. So it may be a ball movement thing, maybe a spacing thing. I don't know. I'm sure Bruce Pearl could tell you.
Yeah, probably.
But probably maybe a little bit of all of that. I don't think somebody has to come down the court, between the legs, stutter step, and fall back for a 30-footer. That's not. If you're expecting that, I think you're asking too much.
Yeah.
But I think moving the ball around and finding open guys at the 3-point line that could knock it down would certainly help.
That'll help for sure. Yeah, no doubt. As I mentioned, Auburn baseball falls last night to UAB, 4-2. Petrovic started. Jackson Sanders ends up taking the loss. He gave up 4 earned runs there, the freshman. So, again, it's one game, but those midweek games kind of they will. What am I trying to say? They will cost you if you let them. You don't mind dropping one every now and then. I mean, it is baseball, but you gotta take care of business during the midweek if at all possible. Alabama comes in this weekend. Alabama having a really nice year. Every team in the SEC seems to be having a pretty good year, but that's always a lot of fun. Auburn's going to go to Georgia Tech. Then they get LSU coming in, so you got a 2-series homestand here. You need to take advantage of that. That was there are no easy road trips for sure. So softball, no midweek game this week. Still looking for that first conference win. They'll go to Kentucky this weekend to take on the Wildcats. So just for, Auburn baseball and softball, a little update. We'll see what happens with those as we move forward. All right, we got to take one more break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after these messages.
This is Joseph Dean with Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory. I am pleased to announce that Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation is now open to serve the public at our location on the corner of 49 North and 280 West in Dadeville. Please stop by and see lifelong resident of Dadeville, Molly Kaler, who will be running the office and meeting with families who want to plan ahead and pre-need their services. We are also available by phone 256-750-0381 or online at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Bucks Island is your boating headquarters. Are you ready to hit the water and go boating this summer? Bucks Island has all kinds of boats with one sure to fit exactly what you want. Fishing boats, sport boats, pontoon boats, and all with low monthly payments. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Bucks Island Service Department experts are also here for you to keep your boat in top running condition. Call 1-800-I'm-READY. Don't be left standing on the bank this summer. Visit online at bucksisland.com and don't buy a boat till you get a Bucks quote.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check, rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
What's the verdict?
Can't fix your heat pump. Need a new one.
Uh-oh. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking Daikin.
Call on Kevin Kill in Sunshine Heating and Air at 256-825-4849, Central Alabama's premier Daikin dealer.
So what's he thinking?
Oh, he's thinking Daikin.
Daikin, one of the top selling in the world.
Now I'm thinking Daikin.
Daikin. Comfort for life. EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area. Are you ready to showcase your skills and compete with the best in Alabama? The 42nd Alabama State Games are coming to Birmingham and Jefferson County from June 13th through the 15th, and it's your chance to be part of something incredible. Athletes from across the state will compete in sports ranging from archery to wrestling. Those participating in the opening ceremony are eligible for academic scholarships ranging from $500 to $5,000. Mark your calendar. Registration opens March 1st. Visit allagames.com.
When you want quality, selection, price, superior financing, and a pain-free buying experience, look no further than Sons Automotive Group of Montgomery and Auburn. Sons of Montgomery offers the best selection of Kias, Chryslers, Dodges, Jeeps, and Ram trucks. Conveniently located on Eastern Boulevard, Sons Ford of Auburn is the region's Ford volume dealer. And when you shop at any Sons location, they will maximize all incentives and financing options for anyone's credit. Whether Kia, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram in Montgomery, or Ford in Auburn, Sons Automotive treats you like family because they are family driven.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and JJ here with you. Just a couple of more segments left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We'd like to, JJ and I, start a Braves segment every time baseball comes around. The Braves.
Why bother?
Tripped out of the gate here a little bit. 0-6, and it's not just that.
Bulldoze the stadium. Build a parking lot.
It's not just that the Braves have struggled. They have one guy hitting above the Mendoza line right now, and that's Ozuna hitting 212. I mean, these batting averages are. This is ugly.
Yeah.
214. Olsen 167. Kelnick 158. Arcia 154. Albies 136. Harris 130.
Runs scored in the last 4 games. 2.
Yeah.
2 runs in the last 4 games.
Riley 091.
Let me say this, and I know there's a.
I don't even know who Baldwin is.
I know there's a heck of a lot of appreciation. I know there's a heck of a lot of appreciation for Snicker. It is not unthinkable that Brian Snicker could get fired midseason, depending on how bad it gets.
You think so?
It's not unthinkable. Now, I am also of this opinion. First 7 games, West Coast, Padres, Dodgers. What'd you think it was going to look like, right? I mean, I was hoping they might win 2 out of 7, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, they're not going to do that. They'll try to get 1 out of 7 tonight. But I was hoping maybe for 2. So the numbers reflect what the schedule makers put you on at the beginning of this season. Not to mention the fact the team isn't fully healthy yet. They will be.
Yeah, no Ronald.
Yeah, no Ronald, no Strider. Strider, I saw made a rehab start, I think, last week. So
Sean Murphy.
Good. Murphy is out in a few more weeks, yeah. So the team's not fully healthy. There can't be a more difficult first 7-game stretch for anybody in baseball than the one we just did, or finishing up tonight. So, and there's 156 games left. So, let's step back off the ledge just a little bit. Kind of let the next 2 weeks play out. But if that kind of hitting continues,
oh yeah,
then changes will be made.
Surely, you don't. Oftentimes, you see guys stumble out of the gate, but it's rare that you see the entire lineup stumble out of the gate. That's what's so odd about this. So, and especially in Atlanta, that's and to put the cherry on top, Jerkson Profar gets suspended 80 games for PED.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's your big acquisition.
Yeah.
Good.
It's less than ideal this start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't see any or hear anything about an appeal. So
no, I saw Braves actually issued a statement that said they, respected the league's decision, and so
I guess it was one of those things. In this day and age, well, do you think you're gonna get away with this? I don't know. That seems odd to me. But anyway, nonetheless, Profar not going to be with them. And from what I understand, will be banned from postseason if they make it. Will not be allowed to play.
I thought he just had to serve the 80 games.
I thought that's what I had read, that he would not be eligible for postseason if the Braves made it. But maybe I'm wrong about that. But I check on that. But that's one article that I wrote.
Yeah, come home this weekend. You got 3 with the Marlins, 3 with the Phillies next week. And 6 in a row at home should be able to get you getting some things right. You know.
You would think, hopefully. And then the Phillies come calling. So it looked, and the Phillies are 3-1, leading the division, but you're as bad as you've started. Hey, it's 4 games. You can make that up in a weekend. Don't worry about it.
No question.
How about Colorado and Syracuse? They wanted to have a kind of a scrimmage, kind of like an NFL, a joint practice session, and then a kind of scrimmage as an 8-day type situation. NCAA said no, not going to be able to do that.
I don't see a problem with it. I don't know why the NCAA would say no, but
yeah, well, the
NCAA hadn't figured out how to monetize it yet.
That's true. They gave several, I think 3 reasons. Their reasons are threefold, JJ. Number one, the late timing, a little bit late in the calendars, or to try to work all this out. Most teams have planned out spring practice and, in some cases, concluded their sessions. Number 2, a recruiting advantage Colorado and Syracuse would receive when other teams couldn't hold a similar scrimmage this spring. And number 3, the potential academic impact for athletes missing classes to participate in the practices and a scrimmage.
Okay.
Are we still talking about classes? Really?
Are there no classes held in the fall? There are practices and scrimmages in the fall.
When's the last time Auburn basketball guy was in class?
Yeah.
We've been playing in the tournament, so yeah, I don't know. That seems that I love these. The NCAA's always got some interesting reasons for the ways the reason.
Don't worry,
do
it won't
things.
be long. They'll get the revenue sharing thing worked out, and you are working towards a separation.
You think we'll see more of these stuff like this?
I think you'll see a super conference kind of thing develop in the next 5 years.
Think we'll see more like in the spring?
I mean,
things like these practices.
To me, that's one of those things. Like, if I get to host one of those, I'm going to get some ticket revenue, for my school. I'm gonna get some maybe TV exposure. People pay attention. I would if I'm a coach, I'd rather do that than an inter squad scrimmage.
Yeah, I would agree with you 100%. All right, we got to take one more break. We'll be back with the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Wednesday, right after this.
J.A. Smith Construction, licensed general contractor and your trusted choice for land clearing and grading, site work, underground utilities, concrete paving, and material hauling. They also do storm drain installations, fish ponds, and slough dredging. Call Alexander at 256-896-1400 or email asmith@jasmithconstruct.com. No job is too big or too small for J.A. Smith Construction, the top choice for all of your land service needs.
For air that's cool and clean, call Sensi Green. For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Turn to the experts at Sensigreen and find out how to get up to $1,000 in carrier cool cash rebates. Visit sensigreen.com today to be worry-free when it comes to your home comfort and indoor air quality.
For air that's cool and clean, care about the air you breathe, call Sensi Green.
Sign Source is your local vendor for commercial and residential sign manufacturing and installation. We offer all kinds of lighted and non-lighted signage, from retail signs, LED message centers, event banners, vehicle wraps, the whole spectrum. We also offer service and repair on existing signs, as well as retrofitting to LED or installation of outsourced signage. We have the knowledge necessary to fulfill all of your signage needs in the short or long term. Visit signsourcenow.com to get started.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama. Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Grain and Leaf, located at 6068 Highway 63 South, is Lake Martin's premier boutique-style bottle shop with a unique array of sophistication for everyone. Appropriately named for its exclusive selection of top spirits, wine, and craft beer, Grain and Leaf also has a number of fine cigars for you to choose from. They also carry the full line of Hornsby Farms assorted jellies and pottery. Open 10 to 7 Monday through Saturday and noon to 5 on Sundays, Grain and Leaf is your premier shop in the Lake Martin area.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Are you ready to showcase your skills and compete with the best in Alabama? The 42nd Alabama State Games are coming to Birmingham and Jefferson County from June 13th through the 15th, and it's your chance to be part of something incredible. Athletes from across the state will compete in sports ranging from archery to wrestling. Those participating in the opening ceremony are eligible for academic scholarships ranging from $500 to $5,000. Mark your calendar. Registration opens March 1st. Visit allagames.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz on this Wednesday afternoon. The weather kind of turning summerish.
Oh, it's nice
almost.
out. Yeah.
Very nice. No doubt about that for sure. Auburn and Florida this weekend, Final Four, Saturday, 5 o'clock, CBS. Going to be a lot of fun.
It is going to be and we're guaranteed to get an SEC school in the championship game.
Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah. Well, now we'll see. We're guaranteed.
No, we're
to get one in.
guaranteed. Yeah. We'll see if the SEC can win the national championship.
Yeah.
After all this, being, they have been the best team, but Duke and Houston will have one of those two will have something to say about it for sure. It is April the 2nd. Did you get any April Fools yesterday?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I mean, that's kind of every day I feel like I get a little bit.
Yeah, maybe true. April the 2nd, on this day, 1984, Georgetown defeated Houston by slamma jamma, 84-75 to win the 46th NCAA championship game. Patrick Ewing, the most valuable player, most outstanding player.
A lot of people didn't think that Houston team could be beat, a five-slamma jamma team. I mean, you not only had Hakeem, you had Clyde Drexler on that team. And by the way, for those of you who are too young to remember Clyde Drexler, he was one of my favorite players.
Very good.
Imagine if Michael Jordan had never developed an outside shot. That's Clyde Drexler.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good. He was
Clyde the Glide.
Very, very good. I mean, went on to those Trailblazer teams.
Him and Terry Porter, man, they were great teams. Yeah.
All right, on this day, pretty momentous occasions here in 1984, 85, and 86. 1985, on this day, the NCAA Rules Committee adopted a 45-second shot clock to begin in the 86 season. So it was in play in the 86-87 season. The 45 before that, I mean, you had the four corners, you had basketball, you had 40, basketball games going 30 points, 30, 40 points to slow it down.
Yep.
Now what do we got, a 30-second shot clock?
Yeah, and, it went from 45 to 40, 35, 30.
Yeah, we hadn't.
And nobody wants to use all of it anymore. Nobody.
Might as well just get it down about 25 seconds.
Yeah.
1986 on this day, the NCAA Rules Committee adopted the three-point shot, which began play in the 86-87 season. So 19 feet, 9 inches. It is now 1 foot longer than that, right? It's like 20.
That is correct. Let's see. 20 feet, 9 inches now.
Okay.
Yep.
So
high school remains at 19.9.
All right. So and NBA is kind of backed up.
It's about 23.
Yeah. So it probably is only going to back up a little bit further because the more that everybody continues to make it.
I wonder if they'll move the three-point line back next, or will the rim go higher?
Do you think that will actually?
I think that's going to have to be a discussion at some point. I mean, think about the number of 6'10". I mean, used to be if you had 6'10", 6'11" guys, that was unusual, man.
Yeah.
You might have one,
Yeah.
Now everybody has a couple of guys that are, 6'10", 6'11", 7 feet. You got a 7'9" guy at Florida.
Yeah.
So.
And that guy that kid from Michigan State, that 55.
Yeah.
He literally almost hit his head on the rim.
Yeah.
The other day.
That, like I said, I wonder if the next move, instead of a distance thing, might become a height thing.
Interesting. I don't. That would be crazy.
Even just a 6-inch move, 10-6, right?
Yeah. Happy birthday today. How about Walter Chrysler?
I'm assuming Chrysler Motor Company.
Chrysler Corporation, yeah. Luke Appling, Hall of Fame shortstop with the White Sox. Buddy Epson.
Come and listen to my story.
About a man named Jed. Or Barnaby Jones, if you prefer.
Yeah.
Alec Guinness, or should I say
Obi-Wan.
Sir Alec Guinness.
Obi-Wan,
Sir Alec
correct?
Guinness.
Yes.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Bridge over River Kwai. I think he won an Oscar for that. Born on this day, 1914. Jack Webb. Joe Friday.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
1920. Born on this day. Whirlaway.
I'm assuming that's a horse.
Triple Crown
Okay,
winner.
all right.
Yeah. Born on this day, 1938. How about Marvin Gaye?
Yes.
Let's get it on.
Yeah.
And shot by his own father.
Yeah.
I believe.
I remember when that happened. It's really
with
weird.
the gun that
Yeah.
he, I think, gave him. Just a weird, crazy, bizarre situation. Born on this day, 1939, died way too soon, 1984. Leon Russell, born on this day, 1942. Don Sutton, Dandy Don Sutton.
Yeah, I miss him on the radio.
Now, just those early, I mean, any Skip and Don and Ernie.
Pete Van Wieren.
Pete Van Wieren. I mean,
Pete Van Wieren always had that great voice, too.
He did. Yeah. He did, absolutely. Emmylou Harris, born on this day, 1947. How about Danny Ford?
Danny Ford. Guy from all the years at
Gadsden,
Clemson.
Alabama.
And nobody could ever teach that guy how to wear a hat. His hat was always like crooked and sideways.
He won a national title with Clemson.
Yeah.
And then had many good years with Arkansas, actually. Christopher Maloney from Law and Order.
Yeah.
Bill Romanowski.
49ers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Denver, I think, as well.
Denver as well, yeah.
And Pedro Pascal.
All right, I'm trying to remember Pedro Pascal.
He's an actor.
Padre?
No, he's an actor.
Okay. I don't know who he is.
He's a younger guy, or I don't know. He was in.
It's like in Moneyball when he says something about Fabio, and the old scouts like, "Who's Fabio?" It's shortstop. Yeah.
It's gonna wrap it up for us. Thank you so much for being with us. He's JJ. I'm Andy. So long for now. We'll talk again soon.